Hello, welcome back to Firesense Gaming. My name is Ben, and today we're continuing on with Ever17. So last time out we learned a little bit more about what's going on in Lemieux here. Then we played some weird games, tried to figure out a name for the kid before there's like a rupture somewhere in Drittastock, and a whole bunch of Lemieux flooded again. And then while we were hanging out, kind of learning about the damage, Coco started suffering from, started showing that she's suffering from decompression sickness, so we're trying to take her up to the infirmary here. We're rushing up to Zvitostock, some 56 feet above us. Coco held onto my back from behind, even to give me support from the sides. Sora led the way and the kid brought up the rear. When we emerged at the second floor emergency corridor. Are you sure we shouldn't take a normal corridor? Please proceed straight ahead, this is a shortcut. The emergency corridor was directly connected to the lift below the infirmary. We made it. Let's get up there. No, Takushi, please go ahead into that room now. Huh? This is a medical decompression chamber. We can treat decompression sickness here. Leave Coco down in there. Oh, alright. Coco lay on the bed. The kid and Skimmy watched all of this from beside me. So, what are you going to do in this tiny room? Isn't it a little cramped for examining her? The space is so small that with everyone in there, we can hardly move. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything. What are you talking about? We're going to have Coco relax in this room for a while. Huh? I tilted my head, confused. This is hyperbaric oxygen therapy. Allow me to explain. Decompression sickness occurs when there is a sudden change in the surrounding air pressure and gas bubbles that can't be discharged to the body. Gas becomes air bubbles, and these gather in tissues or veins. When gas bubbles remain inside the body, the oxygen respiration efficiency drops dramatically. So, no matter how many deep breaths you take, it feels like you're suffocating? That is correct, but also if any nitrogen which is dissolved in the blood turns to gas, it could produce a thrombus or blood clot. Of course, this could hinder blood circulation, which is very dangerous. So, we seal this room and pump in a high concentration of oxygen, slowly taking it up to roughly 3 atmospheres. Then we slowly decompress it back down to 1 atmosphere. Using this difference in pressure, we dissolve the gas bubbles in her body back into the blood, where she gets rid of them naturally by breathing. So, basically, you make like a can of cola that won't blow up. It's a terrible analogy, I like it. Yes, precisely. Okay, I got it. I lifted my hand. The dash up the stairs sure wore me out. I heaved a breath. Oh, Takushi, are you in pain as well? Me? My muscles feel kind of sore and I'm a bit sluggish, but... Hey, Takushi, don't you think you should probably go in the room too? To be fair, you all should probably go in the room. In light cases, decompression sickness. You're not necessarily aware of it immediately. After you figure out you're in trouble, it's too late. Yeah, and the symptoms can be drawn out. Yes, just to be on the safe side, I want you all to enter the room. The decompression process took place over several hours. Coco lay on the only bed. The kid, you, Pee-Pee, and I sat next to her. It was cramped. Apparently Tsugumi just ran off again. We were like sardines in a can. There's nowhere to move. I wondered what time it was. It's apparently 11:54 p.m. I had to get my PDA and checked. 11:54 p.m. There we go. I was sleepy. Coco was sleeping and her breathing was relaxed. It looked like she was doing better. It didn't look like you or the kid were sleeping, but they sat quietly with their eyes closed. Pee-Pee had crawled under the bed. Sora had sealed the hatch from outside and was adjusting the pressures necessary. Sora, what about you? Don't you need to be treated? Before the process started, I'd ask Sora this. No, I'm used to this.
それと、皆さん、再圧の時には耳の音声変換器を一旦外してください。
Oh, also, everyone, please remove your voice converters during the repressurization process.
それは鼓膜を気圧差から保護する役割がありますが、再圧中は邪魔になってしまいますから。
They are designed to protect your eardrums from change in air pressure. However, during pressurization, they can interfere. I removed the earphones I had become completely used to and held them in my hand. Sora still stood just outside the hatch window. Tsugumi wasn't inside or visible outside the room. She had left just before the pressurization process had started. I mean, if we're trying to do the Sora route, we don't really care where Tsugumi went right now. So, when was Sora gonna sleep? And this simple doubt jumped into my mind. She was doing minute, complex work nonstop, and she was always on her feet. Maybe she never got tired? When I spoke with her over the interphone and asked her if she was alright, she laughed and said she was just fine. And she was still standing outside the room as if she were a sentinel guarding it. Her back was straight and she never slouched, always looking like she was at attention. I wondered if what she'd said about being fine on sleeping days at end was true. That really bothers me. I thought that I'd follow up on it later. Even as I thought that, my eyelids got heavier and heavier. But still, even so. Today really was an eventful day. Then I fell away into slumber. That was a perfect time for me to actually need to yawn. I'm sleepy. The lack of sleep made the echo of the shoes scraping the ground seem louder than usual. As I walked down the emergency corridor, I stretched. Yu was next to me. Coco and the kid trailed a little way behind us. You slept so hard. Yeah, but what time do you think it is right now? It's 5:30 a.m. That's right, so that means I only slept 4.5 hours. Yeah, not only, you slept that much. I don't know how you could sleep like that given our situation. It's because it's this kind of situation we've got to sleep. Our minds have to be sharp, we have to be ready for anything, right? So your mind is sharp right now? Well, I'm still a bit sleep deprived, so not all my pistons are firing. But I think I'm doing about as good as the next guy. Huh? The next thing I noticed, he was no longer next to me. I stopped and looked back. I saw the kid and Coco disappearing down a side path to the right. I hurried after the three of them. And how is Sleeping Beauty? He spoke to me sarcastically once I'd caught up. I just told you I'm not running full power. You let out an exasperated sigh and shrugged her shoulders. She also arched an eyebrow as if annoyed. Sakashi. You know, I think you better take a look in the mirror. Huh? Mirror?
You really better wash your face.
Do you think doodle on him again? When we entered the emergency stairs from the emergency corridor, we had just been roused from sleep by Sora, and the four of us shuffled to the control room on the third floor, Chittisock. We seemed to have passed through the decompression process without a hitch, as no one had any complaints. Even Coco, who had seemed to be having such a rough time, was...
Sunny, sunny Sunday. Windy, windy Wednesday. Pitty, pitty, pitty today.
Even the dogs seemed in high spirits. They looked even happier than the day before. The water on the corridor floor splashed and sprayed as we walked. You walking next to me clammed up. Wonder what she's peeved about. I slowed down my pace to walk with the kid. Hey, you got any idea what you's all miffed about? Who knows? The kid answered, grinning. Hey, what are you laughing about? Do you know something I don't? You sure you don't have any ideas what it could be? If I did, I wouldn't be asking you. You told me to look in the mirror, but... Dang it. Huh? That's no fun. The kid kept glancing at my face and trying not to smile. Yeah, they absolutely doodled on his face again. My face? I wiped the palm of my hand on my face. It looked like black ink was smeared there. Ew, what's this? I tried to wipe it off with my shirt collar, but it wouldn't come off. Oh, there's a toilet over there. The faucet was broken and the sink was overflowing with water. I hurriedly washed my hands and then my face. The mirror in front of me was shattered into so many shards it was useless. But most of the black had come off my hands, so I thought my face was probably alright. Ugh, that girl. I said it disgustedly and hurried out of the bathroom. I went up to you again. Hey, you, what did you write on my face?
Huh?
Huh?
Well, I was asleep. You scribbled all over my face, didn't you?
Scribble.
As she walked, you gaped at my face.
What is this guy talking about? You're probably still asleep.
Don't play dumb with me, you. You were just talking about a mirror.
Oh, was I? A mirror?
You said it. You know you said it.
Are you sure you start playing tricks on you? I'm pretty sure you are still half asleep.
And then what's all this? I showed her my shirt collar where I had wiped the ink.
What is it?
You mumbled this, so I stepped closer. Apparently a bunch of mm-hms means well. Suddenly, she grabbed my hand and stared at my palm intently.
Oh, this is... Your palm has an interesting future for you.
Palm reading, is that what we're into now?
Your palm tells me that your fate diverges into two distinctly different futures. It's kind of an all or nothing outcome. You'll either acquire or lose everything. One path will put you on the road to riches, a good job, an encounter with a beautiful woman, and bless you with a strong home and offspring. And you will be as healthy as possible.
You will
live to a ripe old age that will make those around you jealous.
ただしじゃ。
However,
もう一方に進んでしまうと、これは本当に大変なことになるぞ。
if you take the other path, you will be in dire straits.
Dire?
これ以上はわしの口からは言えんの。
Yes, but I can tell you no more.
この生命線の真ん中のところをよーくじっくりと見つめてみるのじゃ。
You should take a good look at the middle of your lifeline,
そこに答えが刻まれておるのじゃからな。
because that is where the answer can be found.
I looked down at the palm of my hand. My eyes traced a line down my lifeline. Wide-eyed, I scrutinized each wrinkled line. How does he even know what a lifeline is? I have no idea. But I didn't see an answer anywhere. It's probably because palm reading is, like, complete stupid. There was still black ink in the creases of my hand. Black ink. Black ink. Black ink? I remembered what I was angry about for your fortune-telling. You tried to trick me. But, hey. Next thing I knew, he was no longer beside me. I stopped and looked back. I saw the kid and Coco vanish into a small side corridor. Ugh, jeez, I don't believe these guys. I hurriedly chased after the three of them. It's a good thing Takshi's an idiot. Skimmy's in front of the control room. She's leaning against the wall, her arms folded and facing down. I'm just gonna wait for her. I peered at Skimmy's face. I was curious where she had gone off to the day before. She could have at least given me a hint. Or I was just gonna keep staring awkwardly at each other. That works too. Skimmy didn't budge. She stood there with her mouth half open, only blinking her eyes a couple of times.
Nani?
What? Skimmy finally spoke.
なんか文句あるの?
You got a problem? Then she scowled. Oh, good morning. Did you get a good sleep last night? I didn't. That damn room was so small I ended up sitting on the floor all night. I yawned and rubbed my eyes with both hands as I spoke. So, what did you do after that yesterday? But then Skimmy's eyes narrowed into slits and she leveled a steely glare at me. It was the kind of look that could kill.
ひどい顔。
Your face is
最低ね。
the absolute worst. Huh? Skimmy shook her head as if she were fed up with me and vanished inside the control room. Absolute worst. Hey, hold on a sec.
倉成さん、
Takashi. Sora's voice came from behind me.
そんなところで何をやっているんです？
What are you doing there?
早く中に入ってください。
Please hurry inside. But
いいから早くお願いします。
just please go inside. The expression on her face appeared more stressed than the day before. It seemed as if her face said that something serious were unfolding.
こんなにも早い時間に皆さんにお集まりいただいたのは他でもありません。
I'm sorry that I had to have you gather so early. There was no other way.
実は皆さんに一刻も早くお知らせしなければならないことがあったのです。
Actually, everyone, there's something I need to tell you right away. Sora paused for a second. She looked over all five of us, you, Coco, the kid, Scoomy, and finally me. And the cooling fan whirred away in the silence. Occasionally, the sound of metal on metal would ring through the room. The five of us waited on Sora's next words.
昨夜、小町さんを除く4人の皆さんが加減圧室に入られた後、
Last night, after the four of you, apart from Scoomy, entered the pressurization chamber,
私はこの制御室でここからの脱出方法や外部への通信手段について考えていました。
I was in the control room here thinking about ways to escape or contact the outside.
そしてレミュー内の状況を一つ一つ調べていくうちにある事実が判明したのです。
While I was checking the internal status of the Mew, I discovered something.
脱出するルートが見つかったの？
You found a way to escape?
いいえ、
No.
ってことは新たに外部へ連絡する方法が？
Then a way to contact the outside?
それもまだです。
Not yet. Then what did you figure out?
そうですね。
Actually,
圧力核兵器の耐久強度、その限界が分かりました。
I discovered the strength of pressure the bulkheads can withstand. I found their limits. Saying that, Sora turned her eyes to the side of the console. In the darkness, a three-dimensional image of the Mew sprung up.
圧力核壁って何？
What's the pressure bucket do?
Kyoko held PP tightly, she
レ
asked.
ミューの壁のことです。外側の海水と内側の空間を隔てている部分。
I mean the Mew's walls, the partitions between the outer seawater and the inner air.
その限界が分かったってどういうことなの？
What do you mean when you say you found the limit?
昨日もお伝えしましたように、レミューは基本的に飽和潜水仕様の設計をもとに建造された構造物です。
And like I said yesterday, the Mew is a structure basically constructed on saturation diving specification design.
つまり、内部の気圧が外部の水圧と同等か、それを上回るような構造になっていたということです。
In other words, the internal air pressure equals or is greater than the external water pressure.
しかし、今や艦内の気圧は1気圧。
However, the complex's internal air pressure is currently at 1 atmosphere.
ですから、
Therefore,
レミューの外核は常に苛烈な水圧の力にさらされているということになる。
The Mew's outer shell is constantly being subjected to severe water pressure.
はい。
correct.
ところがレミューはもともとこのような状況に長く耐えられるようには作られていない。
But the Mew is not constructed to endure this situation for a long period of time.
必然的にいつかは限界が訪れることになる。
Inevitably, it will, at some point, reach its limit.
おっしゃる通りです。
Well put, you. So, when is this limit?
レミの計算によると、今から約119時間後に
According to Lemmy's calculations, 119 hours from now.
119時間。
119 hours?
5日後か。
5 days, huh?
完全圧壊推定時刻は5月7日午前4時30分前後となっています。
The estimated time of implosion is approximately May 7 at 4:30 a.m.
もちろんあくまでも推定ですから誤差はありますが、
Of course, it is only a calculation, and there is a margin of error.
誤差はどのくらいなの？
What is the margin of
プ
error?
ラスマイナス12時間程度です。
Plus or minus 12 hours. Everyone was silent, lost in thought. Sora's talk had made it clear that we were in a crisis, but I still didn't know what to make of it. I didn't know if 5 days was a long time or a short one. And to be fair, just because that's when it's expected doesn't mean something stupid doesn't happen again, like, when the bottom floor exploded. And we didn't have a schedule, but if we could find a way out, I didn't figure we'd be sticking around 5 days. Even if we didn't call anyone, a rescue team might be on its way anyway.
ねえねえ、ソラさんソラさん。
Hey, Miss Sora?
ここバカだからあんまりよくわかんなかったんだけど、それってこういうことだよね。
I'm not very smart, so I'm not sure I understand. What does all that mean?
Huh?
5月7日午前4時30分頃にレミューはくしゃっとぺったんこになっちゃう。
Does that mean on 4:30 a.m. on May 7th the Mew gets squished like a pancake?
もしかしたらそうなっちゃうのは6日の午後4時半ぐらいかもしれないし、7日の午後4時半ぐらいかもしれない。
But then it might happen around 4:30 p.m. on the 6th or 4:30 p.m. on the 7th.
ここまでは OK だよね。
Is that good so far?
ええ、
Yes.
ってことはさ、逆に言うとこういうことにならない？
So, doesn't that mean the opposite is also true?
最低でも6日の午後4時半ぐらいまではレミューはぺったんこにならない。
I mean, at the worst, the Mew will last until 4:30 p.m. on May 6th.
だからそれまでは全然大丈夫で。
We're fine until then. There's nothing to worry about. Hooray!
そういうことでしょ
Right? Is that what it means?
絶対に安全だと断定することはできませんが、
We can't be absolutely certain that we'll be safe.
でも確かにレミの計算結果から判断するとそうなりますね。
But judging from the results of Lemmy's calculations, that would appear to be the case.
なんだだったらそれでいいじゃん
Oh, goody. Then no problem.
そらさ眉間にキュッてシワなんか寄せちゃってるからさここはちょっぴりドキドキしちゃったよ
Miss Sora, you looked all serious, and so I got kind of scared.
まったく脅かすんじゃないぜベーブってピピもそう言ってるよ
Jeez, don't scare me, babe. I think that's what Pee-Pee's trying to say.
そうだよねあと1日でなんて言われたら思わず大暴れするかもしれないところだけど
I see. If you answer something like, we only have one more day or something, I might have burst out crying.
まだまだ時間は十分あるんだしそれまでにはきっと誰か助けに来てくれるよね
So, we still have lots of time. Someone will surely come to help us before that.
The kid standing next to you agreed. He nodded rhythmically as if answering a question. The tension in the air gave way and smiles returned to the faces around the room. Even Tsugumi, who didn't smile, looked relieved. It was 5:50 a.m. I gave a large yawn. Alright, well, it's a touch early here, but that feels like as good of a spot as any to go and call it for today. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you all next time.